Go for it.
Welcome to another episode of Schultes Strong. I'm Sam Schultes.
And I am Forrest Schultes. Dowd.
Today we're going to cover spinal mobility. Firstly, why is spinal mobility important? Because your spine is connected to everything, right? So the spine flexes, extends, twists, bends laterally, and then combinations thereof, right? So it's really important for spine health, health of your posture, health of the efficiency of your movement, to mobilize your spine.
What? What am I mobilizing?
How often should we mobilize our spine?
Every day, all day.
Every day, all day, multiple times a day. Especially if you've been sitting, driving, mobilize the spine more frequently. If you're sitting for long periods, stand up, mobilize the spine. So we're going to work from the top down, starting with head, neck, and shoulders. And then we'll work basically down the spine. Okay, first exercise is we're going to do these jaw retractions. So I'm going to pull my chin in, like pulling chin to throat as if you're growling, and then softly extend your chin forward. Draw the chin towards the throat, and then this is the circle. Okay, there's a couple ways to do this as far as every part of my spine. So for today, rather than trying to isolate the movement at my neck, we're going to reverse that circle now. I'm going to allow the movement of my head to move the rest of my body. Alrighty, ready to go right and left?
Sure.
Okay, so right and left, keeping the chin in. One of the things that's important when you do these, imagine there's a plate or a hot cup of tea balanced on the crown of your head, so you're trying to keep the crown of your head level. And turn right and left. When you get to the end of your range of motion, try to look a little further than where you can actually turn. So over time, you develop your range of motion. Okay, now we're going to tilt to the right and tilt to the left. A little note here, bend your knees, draw the abdominals in, and have a neutral back. Really important. So what's neutral? Neutral is the natural curvature of your spine with your tail tucked ever so slightly, that if you're prone to be slightly lordotic, instead your lower back when standing looks flat. And roughly the hips are over the heels. The knees are a little bit in front of the feet, but not too far over the toes. Okay? So when we tilt right and we tilt left, imagine pouring water out of your ear, and wait until the water's out of your ear to go to the other side. So when you come back to the middle, pick up some more water in your ear and then dump it out. Now, as you get better at this and warmer at this, you can tilt a little further. And again, like starting anything, be soft and gentle, and let your range of motion grow through time. I've been doing these exercises for a lot of years, so I have pretty fluid mobility with them.
And I do not. You're going to be able to see the difference, I promise.
Okay, moving on. So we're going to work on spiral or twisting mobility of the spine. So rotational movement here. And we're just going to do a standing torso twist, really easy. And you'll see this in other videos, I guarantee it. One of the most important general spinal mobility exercises you can do. Okay, we're going to take this circle that we're making. I'll have you turn towards the camera for this.
All right.
So the circle that you're making, take it in front of your body Then take one hand up and overhead so that that hand goes behind the head.
Oh.
And now we're bending our spines laterally.
Am I doing this right?
You got your own variation. That's all right.
I think I... Okay, I feel like I'm feeling... Oh, right there.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we flexed and extended our spines. We've twisted our spines. Now we're bending our spines laterally. We're doing some lateral hip movement as well. We're going to do a little deeper flexion and extension here in a moment, but we're going to softly just kind of wash that out. Are you ready for some roll downs and roll ups? So roll downs and roll ups come from Pilates, and in strength training world, we add a weight and we call it a Jefferson curl up. A couple of points here is we're going to exhale on the way down, exhale into flexion. We're going to inhale into extension, so we'll inhale as we come up. Our chin will tuck, and our focal point is going to be the belly button. So standing nice and tall, take a breath in. As you exhale, you'll tuck your chin, watch your belly button, and try to articulate smoothly from your upper back to your lower back as you come forward and down into a forward fold. At the bottom, with a slight bend in the knees, pushing down through the heels, draw the belly button up and back as you inhale coming up. Stacking one vertebra at a time until you're all the way to the top. Stand at the top with good posture. You want to do a couple more?
I like how it goes to side view.
Oh yeah, side view, side view. Let's do a side view together. Go for it. Stance on the feet here, guys. Feet parallel. Generally, but work with various stances. You can do this feet parallel, feet in external rotation, feet in internal rotation. I'll do what's called an offset one here. So I'll go down and I'll have my right leg a little ahead of my left. As I come up, that right leg's doing just a little more work. I can now do it with my left leg slightly forward here. Stand with good posture at the top. As you roll down, with a staggered stance, the emphasis is more on the front leg. Okay, you get the idea of that one.
I like that one. I love
Like
Jefferson
that one?
curl stuff. It was really easy for me to remember.
Alrighty. So we're now going to combine lateral bending and rotation. So we're going to bend the spine and rotate it, which you should also practice every day because these are combination movements, right? When you reach across your body to pick up a box, your spine is bent laterally. When you swing that box across your body to set it down over here, it has to go through rotation and then lateral flexion to the other side. One of the ways that people get injured, and I could tell you a whole host of stories, maybe for another video, is doing simple movements when their body's not ready. That's why these things should be practiced often. You've probably heard of people reaching back behind their seat, blow their rotator cuff, grabbing a book off the back seat of the car. I had a client personally who ruptured a disc in his back, reaching across a table to pick up a box of cereal. So it's nuts, it's crazy. Do these exercises every day.
Okay.
So the next exercise I want to demonstrate, and I'm going to kind of step away from you. If I get out of frame, guys, we're going to do the magic of editing here. We'll try to make it all work. But I've heard these called Jack LaLanne's. Jack LaLanne, I know, popularized this exercise. Again, there was probably some Indian or Chinese practitioner 10,000 years ago that was doing these, So I'll try and find the origin of this exercise for you. So you're going to stand tall, palms facing down, outer wrists slightly higher than the elbows, elbows higher than the shoulders, so our body is X-shaped. We'll take an inhale in. On an exhale, we're going to come down, touch the opposite ankle, look up at the opposite hand. Coming up, I'm gonna pivot out here because I can do this with straight legs. Now, starting off, bend your knees, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm gonna bend my knees lightly. As I go to the other side, and this is my surgically repaired arm, so bear with me here. I'm gonna bend the knees, and I have to on that side because of that shoulder. Good, and rest. Okay, a good way to practice this last exercise is to do 4 or 5 per side, slowly and in control. Then at the end of 4 or 5 per side, do a static hold. And guys, this is part of my yoga method that I created called the Dharuna method. Dharuna just means foundation. And it's this idea of building the foundation step by step. And once you have a solid foundation, reaching a place of home inside your body, inside the posture. So we'll talk more about that, the Dharuna method, and how it works, how you can apply it to your exercise. But for today, how do you feel? How you
Good.
feeling?
Mobile.
Good.
Energetic.
That's it for Spinal Mobility. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Anything that you'd like us to add on or explain a little further, try these. We want to hear your feedback. Let us know what you think. You could shoot a little video of yourself doing it. Tag us. Put some cool background music, whatever.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. Do not forget to
like,
and
subscribe.
We need your support, and we will support you.
Ring the bells. Yeah. And then topics. 3 thumbs up. Exactly. Once again, signing off. We love you. We are Schultes Strong all day long.